There is too many developers in UAE market. It's physically impossible to know 500 developers. You can't.
A villa on Palm Jumeirah sold for, imagine, 161 million. A clear sign of how the H&W market feels.
How many developers are right now at the platform? How many developers are presented at the GenieMap platform right now?
To be precise, at the moment, 496.
How can the agencies monetize it?
Tools matter a lot of here, if you know what I mean.
By the tools, you of course mean our platform, right? GenieMap portal.
Exactly.
Hi everyone, my name is Mikhail. I'm the CEO and the owner of GenieMap portal. Today is the first episode of our podcast series about real estate market of UAE. Today we are shooting with Georgiy, the development manager of GenieMap portal. We'll be discussing the problems of the UAE market, of the real estate market of UAE, of course. Hi, Georgiy.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Mikhail.
Nice to see you, bro. So, Georgiy, my first question is, what is the driver of the Dubai real estate market right now? Who are the majors right now? I'm sure you know who are the majors, Emaar, Mikhail, etc., Aldar. But how do they feel?
Things are going great. The market is growing. For example, in numbers, Emaar in first quarter 2025 showed almost plus 50% in sales and plus 33% in profit. Aldar also reported plus 24% net profit, a record backlog, and massive new launches. Mikhail is speeding up Palm Jebel Ali. Infrastructure is on track for fourth quarter 2026. New contracts, villa releases are rolling out. And also a new record in the luxury segment. A villa on Palm Jumeirah sold for, imagine, 161 million. A clear sign of how the H&W market feels.
So, branded residences, it's just a hype or it's some kind of new standard?
You know, it's already a standard. On average, a brand adds around approximately 30% premium compared to non-branded properties. And the Middle East, especially Dubai, is one of the global growth hubs. Buyers expect a club-style service, not just, a logo on the facade.
So the market is clearly expanding, right? But are there any underwater things, nuances or something at the market right now?
Yes, after the late 2024 peak, off-plan activity slowed a little. Seasonality and the launch pipeline, but the market momentum is strong. The Emirate remains a safe haven. Demand is supported by multinational buyers. Also, plus the new Georgiy regulations are bringing more discipline, to the rental market.
Oh, that sounds great. And, I want to ask, how can the agencies monetize it?
Okay, I can speak only about two options. For example, stay on the top of the leading developers and launches, or win with speed and quality of property selection. Tools matter a lot of here, if you know what I mean.
By the tools, you of course mean our platform, right? GenieMap portal.
Exactly.
How many developers are right now at the platform? How many developers are presented at the GenieMap platform right now?
To be precise, at the moment, 496.
Quite a sum. And how hard it is to work with all this amount, how hard it is to get all this information from them. Do you face any issues in your work?
To my mind, the biggest issue is to relationships between people, because the most important thing is to get the up-to-date, the current information, availability, payment plan, etc., etc., etc. And most of the developers managers are very, very totally busy during the day, weeks. And it's very hard at the first steps to have, an agreement, responsible guy who can share the information with you on a daily basis.
I think it happens because they don't completely understand what we are, because we will never bring them the direct clients. We are not agency or something, so they don't fully understand that we are acting like a connector, I might say, between developer and
Yeah,
agency.
yeah.
So
That's why I speak. It's hard at the earliest steps because while they understand what GenieMap is, how it looks like, what useful tool is it, to be honest, uh, they want to cooperate with. They want. They call me, ask us to add his number on the platform. They want the project under his name, under their name.
you mean the sales manager?
Yes, the sales manager, sales team, also
But
marketing
there is a
materials.
certain interest
There are
of the
few moments where
sales
you-
manager.
Sorry?
But no, I mean, of course, there is a certain interest on of the sales manager, of course, because he'll earn some
Yeah.
money with it, right? But it's a little bit tricky because we need a good relationship with the developer itself. But sometimes it's hard. Well, George, I have one more question, maybe the last one, but it's very important for me because it interests me a lot. So my question is, right now we are making some services for the developers, statistics and metrics that they can find in our portal. Let me explain what I mean. Some time ago, a lot of developers was reaching me and they wanted to meet me. And at those meetings, they were telling me that they want to understand how efficient is GenieMap for their marketing goals. They told me that they want to see analytics about how users of GenieMap see their projects at the portal. How many views do they have at their projects? What are the main trends in UAE market? What are the agencies who check their projects the most? And what are the layouts which are most interesting for the users, etc. So it's interesting for them because we have like more than 7,000 users right now, and this is all agents because we are a B2B platform, of course. You know that.
Licensed agents.
Yes, licensed agents, of course. So my question is, I want to know your opinion if it will be interesting for the most of the market, for most of the developers, or it's just a rare request from some developers, maybe small one or maybe big one. What do you think?
To my mind, I'm positive this tool will be very, very interesting for the developers of any scale.
Were they asking about it? Were they talking about it with you in your...
Besides metrics and statistics, they are most of them. They ask it by themselves. They ask about priority access. They want
What do you mean?
they want their project to be more visible.
Oh, you mean like an advertisement or something like this?
Yeah.
We do not like reject in this. We'll think about it, and in the future maybe it will be also available. But the metrics, it will be available soon because I received this request maybe 2-3 months ago, and we were working in this direction. It is almost ready, and I think we are ready to test it with some developers. Maybe we will start, but I just want to understand if it will be interesting for the rest of the developers.
You know, a few weeks ago, I had a meeting with one developer. I was showing him our application, how it looks like, how it works. And when I add their project to the catalogs, they were amazed when they saw our PDF generator.
So they wanted to use it, or what?
Yes, they want our application. They want
wanted to use
create
a PDF generator.
Yes, they want an account on our application only for this PDF
Well,
generator.
that's strange. But the PDF generator was never intended for
it
the
was
developer.
created for the real estate agency.
Yeah. It was actually created to solve one of the problems which I was told about at the beginning of GenieMap development. The problem The problem was sound like this, like that. In the work of the real estate agent, they are in touch with a lot of clients, of course, and most of the clients, they always ask agent to send them something after the phone call or Zoom call or whatever, because they don't want to spend a lot of time talking on the phone. They want to see pictures, they want to check numbers, they want to see the information somewhere, because they will definitely forget it after they hang up the phone. Or maybe they want to discuss the decision of buying a real estate with their families, etc., etc., etc. Different reasons. So they oftenly ask agent to send them some information on WhatsApp or any other messenger. And usually what agents were doing, they were using the brochures from the developers, but they will cut out the contact numbers of the developers, right, from these brochures. And they were sending a bunch of files to the client. And usually it's not one file, it's like 5, 6, 7 files, gigantic files. And I was told that it is really annoying for any agent to prepare these files, because you need to cut out the contacts, of course, from there, and to add your contacts there. And it's a headache for them, because when you're sending a lot of files to the client, like 5, 6 different files, big files, heavy one, it's a very high risk that they won't open any of them. They will be just lazy to like check all this information, because it's a lot of information in these files. So they were asking me to solve this problem somehow, and we created a PDF generator. How it works, it just you can select some units, some projects at GenieMap portal, add them in the basket, and generate a nice looking PDF file catalog with selected units and projects. In this catalog there will be like logo of the agency, in which the agent is working in,
The description
of the projects, payment plans, amenities. Anyway, PDF generator. Add some units, add some projects in the basket, generate a nice looking PDF file with the logo of the agency, with the photo of the agent, his contacts, his email, etc., phone number, and selected units and projects. And it will be one file, nice looking, with the contacts of the agency, with the contact of the agent, and with all the information that will be needed to the client to make a decision. Payment plans, amenities, units, layouts, payment methods, etc., etc., etc. Everything will be there in one file, and it showed it pretty well, actually. But my point is that this feature was never developed for the developers, right? It was for the agencies. So I don't really understand why they need it, and maybe we need to discuss it with them. Yeah, right? If they need it for some reason, we can discuss it. Why not? We can give it to them as well. We can discuss. One last question.
Sorry, may I ask you one short question? As a CEO of the GenieMap portal, why do you think every real estate agencies must have GenieMap portal? Just few sentences.
I can't say it in a few sentences, but I will try. Because GenieMap, it's the most fair, the most accurate, the most up-to-date platform for the real estate agencies today at the UAE market. Let me explain why. It won't be in a few sentences, but I will try to make it as short as it possible. GenieMap was developed for the real estate agencies only. We were not doing it for any our goals or purposes. At the beginning of GenieMap, we went to the few real estate agencies. We were asking them what problems do they face in their everyday work and how we can solve these problems using some software solutions, because we are software engineers, a very good one. So, and we received a bunch of problems which they face in the work. They told me a lot that it's a very competitive market. The clients want information here and now. It's very hard for any agency to work with developers, because the sales managers of the developers, they cannot respond to everyone. and the information in the real estate market of UAE, it's changing very fast. 2 years ago, there was a case, one developer, they announced some project in Business Bay and they had nothing, only 2 renders and some plot with a fence on Business Bay. They showed these 2 renders and told look, we'll build these 2 towers. And everything was sold out within 3 days, even before the launch. So I mean that...
I think I know about what developer you speak.
Yeah, I'm sure you know. But my point is that the market is really fast. Information changes really fast. And real estate agents should work with this somehow. And there is too many developers in UAE market. Even if you're a very experienced agent on the market right now, you will be working with 30, 40 maximum developers because it's physically impossible to know 500 developers. You can't because you're a human being. And if you receive a client who is not interested in these 30 developers, you might lose the client. But with GenieMap,
you have this project on one...
In one portal, yes.
portal.
And we are solving a lot of problems which I was told about in the beginning of developing of GenieMap. PDF generator was made to solve the problems that I was talking about previously, that clients ask the agent to send them the file, some information in WhatsApp. Accuracy of the information. We make updates of the inventory, of the payment plans, etc. every day, early in the morning. It's a giant headache for us, to be honest, but still we managed to create a system which allows us to do it. And nowadays it's the most accurate database in UAE market. And all other problems was solved. Most of the problems, of course, was solved by GenieMap portal. And we put a lot of efforts and our knowledge to make it the best tool and the most useful tool in the market right now. And this is not my opinion. This is the opinion of the market because we have more than 300 agencies right now who are subscribed. Big one, small one, gigantic one, medium one, etc. We have more than 7,000 users right now. And this is only agents because GenieMap is a B2B platform. We are not working with B2C or direct customers, and also one very important thing, that we are not competing with our clients. Our client is the real estate agency, and we do not act as a real estate agency. And this is also a very good thing for us because we are not competing with them. The agents cannot book for us, buy through us, sell through us. It's impossible. They should buy through their agencies, but we will just give them the best tool on the market right now, which will help them in their work. So it's a win-win deal. And this is the only deal we accept. So anyway, guys, this was our first try of our podcast series. It will be, all the series will be available in our YouTube channel. So subscribe and subscribe to GenieMap portal. Try it, use it, and make all the sales.
Subscribe and stay tuned for more on our channel.